Nobody expected this, but the dumbest tokens, they are winning again. Memecore is a platform for meme coin trading and it's outperforming the rest of the market. The question is why? Who's buying here? Who's selling here? Let's try to figure out what's going on by looking at the on-chain data, the data most people are not looking at. Now, the website of Memecore looks quite interesting, as in it's pretty advanced, there's a lot of animations, etc. But that's not what's creating demand for a project. Really, we have to look at demand and supply dynamics to figure out where the price is going from here. And we do get a first hint on the Twitter profile. This here is Memecore, and there has just been a listing on the Aster Perpetual Futures Exchange. Aster is one of the larger decentralized betting platforms. It had a massive run-up, got supported by Binance, saw a lot of inflows due to an airdrop, but then once the airdrop rewards faded out, so did the TVL. We are now at 900 million. Compare this with the number one, Hyperliquid, that's close to 5 billion. And it does not see those outflows. Still, a listing on Aster is enough for the price to do better. But can this listing create enough momentum to keep this rally going? Let's have a look at the on-chain data. Let's see how much Memecore is actually being used. The market cap, by the way, is currently at $2.8 billion. This will become important in a minute. Memecore has its own Explorer page because it's its own blockchain. And so we do have some statistics. This is the number of addresses on Memecore. We got a few waves of adoption. Some of that might just be programmatically created addresses, but recently we didn't see that many new addresses. A daily increase of 10 or 20 addresses, that's it. Have a look at the number of transactions per day. There's also very little growth here. It tends to be stable at 13,000, and most of those transactions are probably automated. Here's the number of deployed contracts. It tends to be again just in the double digits. The number of verified contracts is close to 0. Actually, this year it was 0. There was not a single verified contract on Memecore in 2026. Here is the gas used over time, so how much fees are generated. That's also pretty much close to 0. So we have to ask ourselves a question here, right? Why do we suddenly see the Memecore token getting listed on Aster protocol when the project itself seems to be pretty much dead? There's also not a lot of demand by the holders on the Binance Smart Chain, right? On the Binance Smart Chain, there's also the token available. There are roughly 7,000 holders. And here's the number of holders over time. On the left, we just have the raw numbers. So even people that have just a few cents worth of the token, they are counted on the left chart. In the middle, a wallet has to hold at least 50 tokens. Now at the current price, that's roughly $100 worth of the token. But those kind of investors, they did not grow in number in the last half year. And there's even less than 500 such wallets. On the right, we've got the wallets that have at least $1,000 worth of the token. And there's only roughly 150 such wallets on the Binance Smart Chain. So really, this token is not broadly held on the BSC. No activity on the Binance Smart Chain, no activity on the Memecore blockchain itself. So what's really going on? Because the Memecore price relative to the altcoin market cap, it rather trends up. And that's surprising, isn't it? It looks like the fundamentals are not aligned with the price at all. And with the recent run, we have hit a potential resistance. And if we stay in that trading range that had been established 5 months ago, the current risk is an underperformance of 34% versus a potential reward of an outperformance of 16%. Not really that great. There's actually a different reason for the recent run-up compared to the run-up we saw in September of last year. Have a look at the trading volume in the spot market. We only had 5 million worth of trading volume on BitGet. Compare this with the perpetual futures market. Here we had 160 million worth of trading volume. So really, it's the bets on the price, it's the perpetual futures that make the price discovery of Memecore. So we already started off relatively well, as in Aster, the listing on Aster might be pushing up the price, but it's not just Aster, it's trading in general with bets on the price via derivatives that's moving Memecore. Have a look at this. This is the long and short liquidations. So how many people lose all their money by betting on rising prices? So that's long, that's in green, or by betting on falling prices. That's red, that's short. We can see that with the recent rally this week, we did see quite a few short liquidations, comparable to what we had in October of last year. But check this out. The trading volume was actually not as high. Something different is happening this time around. Check out the funding rate. The funding rate was massively negative in the August-September rally. Now it's positive. So while in September we saw a short squeeze, too many retail investors betting on falling prices and then the market makers buying up Memecore to push out all of those short investors, this time we seem to not see that overhang. This time the funding rate is rather stable. And so that's what I mean by the current rally being different compared to the rally in September. A short squeeze normally deflates, so the price tends to go down afterwards. Will this time the price go down again? I'm not so sure. The issue is that the market cap is at 2.7 billion. So there is a limit to how high this can go. Usually manipulation in the perpetual futures market has a ceiling. Usually those assets tend to turn around between 2 billion and 5 billion in market cap. So I do not think that there's another 4x in Memecore. Could we potentially double from here? Maybe, but at that price, the air is getting very, very thin. It does not look like we have a short squeeze here. It seems like the whales have accumulated Memecore. And maybe at some point, we'll see a bit more of a rally, maybe a very quick one that will generate even more attention on Memecore. I actually think that this video here will not get a lot of views. The activity is still relatively low. Memecore did outperform, but didn't outperform to a degree that creates a lot of attention. I don't have a crystal ball either, but my hunch is that there's still a bit of upside potential because the market cap isn't yet at $5-6 billion, and at the same time the funding rate is not negative. And so while we did see a lot of liquidations on the short side, maybe that's not enough. Maybe we will continue to see more volatility, a crash, a subsequent recovery, maybe another leg up, and at some point when everybody got shaken out of the market, then the price will deflate. But probably in the near future we'll continue to see more volatility. I'm personally not going to enter a position on Memecore simply because there are no fundamentals whatsoever. Nobody is buying and holding the project long term on the Binance Smart Chain, and there is no activity on chain either. This is a game of manipulation, and it's the big guys, the Binances of this world, the Asters of this world that push the price around. If you got some value out of this video, feel free to give it a like. It will help the channel grow. If it's your very first time here, feel free to subscribe as well. I publish videos regularly. Feel free to also check out the premium membership. This is where I share my own trades. Thanks for watching. See you next time on YouTube or see you on Premium. Cheers.